Tier's coming right for me. Fun, fun, fun. Try to backstep so we could dash through him and get the stun. With him this far pushed up, we're getting good damage. We're hitting our basic attacks, which isn't always the case.
Looks like you like a good beating.
Oof, that would have been some good setup. So Poseidon's rotating in. Gets the ultimate off on 2, but does not get the kill. We're able to get the first kill for our team. Unfortunately, it was not first blood. What do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Hachiman in carry. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, Hachiman is considered one of the safest gods in carry, due to his CC ultimate and the fact that he has a dash and some ranged attacks. The stats for this game will be posted at the end, and we do have a matchup of Hachiman v Hachiman, and I do hate matchups, so let's see how the game goes. But first, let's go ahead and start with the kit. Hachiman's 1 is going to turn his basic attack into long range basic attacks. At early or low levels, it's going to be 3 arrows, and then at higher levels, it's going to be 4 arrows, depending on how many points you put into your 1. And then the damage for these are going to fall off at range, so the farther they are, they're going to do a little bit less damage once they pass the regular basic attack range. And we are working with a Terra, so she has pretty good setup. So Hachiman's 2, he's going to throw his flag down, which is going to increase his attack speed. It's going to deal damage where the flag lands, and then any ally or minion that walks over the minions is going to get increased attack speed. So we have a tier already in our face. They have a zoned off of wave. So all we can do is kind of try to stay alive. We are missing out on XP, and this is a super annoying start to have to go against. So we're just trying to get the wave while dodging this tier and Hachiman. Once this kind of clears up, we'll go back to going over the kit. But they have really high pressure, so we're going to try to just focus on the minions. They have a lot of archers pushing in. Okay, so Hachiman's 3, he's going to dash forward and do a circle attack once he completes his dash. If you hit the enemy with the dash part and the circle part, they're going to be stunned. This stun can be used for great setup for your other abilities. And then Hachiman's ultimate, he becomes CC immune, hops on his ultimate, and then is able to travel away and shoot his arrows in a cone facing in front of him. And then Hachiman's passive, as he lands basics on the enemy, he's going to gain stacks of MP5, so it is very hard to run out of mana with Hachiman. Right here we call for a gank just because they're so far pushed up and our purple is about to respawn. It looks like Poseidon is rotating over, so we're going to rotate in and try to help out. There's Tier's dash. We get our 2 off. Tier dashes in aggressively. We're going to use our 3 to get the stun. He's super weak. He just needs one more shot. Bakasor is going to rotate in. We get a little bit of poke off onto him, but now we're going to focus on the minions. So in terms of the build, we went with the Hunter's Blessing so we can get the increased attack speed and increased basic damage. And then we are going to be going into Devourer's Gauntlets. Devourer's Gauntlets are going to give us a lot of lifesteal once we get it fully stacked. So we were able to secure our purple with the help of our jungler, the Poseidon.
The student is not the master yet.
Hit him with the Stone Cold Steve Harvey!
Your middle tower is under attack.
So Terra's just going to throw her 3 down, which is this giant circle that's going to be healing us. Tyr's coming right for me. Fun, fun, fun. Try to backstep so we could dash through him and get the stun. With him this far pushed up, we're getting good damage. We're hitting our basic attacks, which isn't always the case.
Looks like you like a good beating.
Oof, that would have been some good setup. So Poseidon's rotating in. Gets the ultimate off on 2, but does not get the kill. We're able to get the first kill for our team. Unfortunately, it was not first blood. But that's going to put us a little bit ahead in this wave. Or in this lane, I should say. So we don't quite have enough for Devourer's Gauntlets, but we're going to go ahead and back.
An excellent choice.
So at this point, you have the option of either going into Devourer's Gauntlets right away or going into Boots. This game, I chose to go into Devourer's Gauntlets so I could start stacking it as soon as possible. In most situations, it's probably a little bit safer to go with Boots and then go into your stacking item, whether it be Transcendence or Devourer's Gauntlet. If you build the stacking item first, you're going to get a power spike earlier than if you were to build the boots first. So Tyr is still being super aggressive, keeping high pressure and kind of zoning us away from the minions. Bakasor is nearby, so we're going to want to start backing up. Not that Tyr is letting us push up anyway. So we know that there's 3 over here. Our purple is up. Probably just going to go and secure the purple. Poseidon's saying attack. We do have our ultimate. So right here, we probably should be trying to fight instead of focusing on the minions. But we're going to focus back on the minions.
Thanks.
And we completely missed the fight, but that is alright. We have enough money for Devourer's Gauntlets, so we're going to go ahead back by that, and we're going to start stacking. So with Hachiman, if the waves have not met in the middle yet, and their wave is still moving forward, you can use your 1 to shoot some long-range shots, which will stagger the front minions, which makes the archers and the front minions get a lot closer together, meaning you can just use your 2 to clear them all. So we're going to get the purple buff. The purple buff is going to reduce the enemy's protections around us, and it's also going to give us a small increase of attack speed.
No problem. Knockdown.
So just focusing on getting my stacks online right now.
The jungle. Be careful, right.
Looks like Terra's going mid. We're just going to hit this harpy.
Out of mana.
So Hachiman got wave pressure. He got pokes onto the wave before I did, but we were able to pick up the harpy, and hopefully the harpy plus the wave will eventually give us a lead over the enemy. So now my guess is he's trying to hit his little harpy. We don't get him on a ward, so I let the team know that he is missing.
Time to run it down mid, baby.
Their team is a little far pushed up. It would actually be a great time for us to rotate. However, we do not have boots and we are still stacking. But positioning wise, they're really deep in our mid, so it would be a good time for us to rotate over. Hachiman's still over here. We're just going to check his purple, see if we can strip this away from him. And we're able to take his purple. So we're just going to retreat back to the lane. We're going to go up through the jungle, that way the minions don't notice us and start shooting at us as we're trying to get ahead of them. We're just going to throw our 2 down and he's going to start backing. I could have pinged this Poseidon to let him know that he was not in this lane.
Your left tower is under attack.
So we're just gonna hit our purple.
Enemies in the right, jungle.
So right now we have a level on the enemy Hachiman. We've hit more camps than him. We also got a kill where I do not believe he has one yet.
On my way.
35 stacks onto Devos. We're doing an all right there. So right now I'm just trying to trade with him. I feel like we haven't really even tried to fight. So doing a little damage check on him, see how much damage I really do.
Enemies in the left jungle.
You really thought you could contain this amount of God-given talent?
So we hit our long range shots, or at least 2 of the 3, and then we're going to back up and see if we can't get him to come out of tower a little bit. We're going to use our long-ranged basics to group the minions together. Then we're going to use our 2 to clear them.
Why was he even there?
Then we're going to dip into jungle, and we're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for Ninja Tabi, which are going to be the attack speed boots. So we've got a little bit of lifesteal online. We've got a little bit of attack speed online. We are ready to start trading with the enemy Hachiman. Since we are ahead, there's a good chance that he does not have 46 stacks onto Devos, or he does not have his boots. So I think we're in a favorable position to try to trade with him, which means we're going to want to try to be very aggressive in our lane and really poke him out and get him to try to commit to fights. He's at his purple. Tier's here, so we're going to immediately back it up. We're going to use our dash. We might even have to use our ultimate right here. We're just going to use our ultimate, create some space. He still chases me down all the way to tower. We get some good poke off. He takes a tower shot. Now they're just focusing on our minion wave.
Right back.
So they leave lane. I should be able to just clean up this wave and then push the next one.
Trying to run it down mid, baby?
Super aggressive. We hit him with our long range shots. We use our 3 aggressively on him. Now we use our 2, and we should have pushed him back.
Just do yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving the fountain next time.
So our purple buff is up. Looks like we're going to just give up lane pressure and rotate back to get that.
Enemy missing.
More gold, XP, and small attack speed buff heading my way. Now we're going to rotate back to lane. So we are a little far pushed up. If their jungler made a rotation, we would be in a bad position.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
There's the jungler. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate to try to dash away.
I've got to get back.
Gonna go ahead and back.
With this weapon,
Surprised there, Hachiman didn't ult me right there.
Trying to run it down mid, baby?
So it looks like our team is finding success elsewhere on the map. It's not just that we're winning the carry lane. It looks like we're kind of winning across the map. So that is a very good sign.
We got a big brain
We're going
over
to clear
here.
this wave. We are full stacks of Devos.
lives under attack.
We are looking to fight. So after going Devos and attack speed boots, you have quite a few options that of all viable third items, not including starter item. So the most common start, I feel like, we got a Discordia rotating around us. We're going to dash out, and it looks like we are going to be good. So it looks like my friend joined the party and you might have heard him kind of talk right there. Apologize for that. So after going devos and then attack speed boots, we have a couple of options. The most common one is going to be the Executioner, which is going to give you increased attack speed. Hachiman ult, we're going to go ahead and ult him. Somehow that did not hit. We're going to use R2, that did not make contact. Poseidon ults, Hachiman's out, so we're just going to go back to lane.
Be careful, right.
Executioner is the most common. Rage is also viable.
Yup. This is epic.
And then we also have the Atalanta's bow, and then we have Ichaival.
Do yourself a favor
So
and
let's
don't
kind of
bother
briefly
leaving
go
the
over the strengths of each. The Executioner is great for team fights. It's going to remove a percentage of their physical protections. Poseidon's upset with me. We're going to go ahead and dodge the tier ult. He pushes us into tower, takes a few tower shots. We're going to trade him back. So our lane is empty. We should be able to just clean this up and go for our purple. Want to let the team know that nobody's over here.
Trying to run it down mid, baby.
On my way.
So we got our purple, still nobody over here, so we're just going to keep getting this free farm, or this uncontested farm. Looks like Hachiman's trying to be involved in the team fight, but he's a little under leveled, so he's really just losing out on XP. We have enough money for Ichaival. So what Ichaival does over the Executioner, or Rage, or Atalanta's bow, is Ichaival is going to make it to where if you are a hunter fighting a hunter or another physical type of god, you are going to get increased power as you land your basic attacks, and you're also going to reduce the enemy's attack speed as you land basic attacks. So if you were to trade with the Executioner, you would be reducing their enemy's protections, and you would assume that they would have the Executioner, so they're doing the same. But with Ichaival, you're actually increasing your power and reducing their attack speed, which makes it much more favorable for you to fight into a hunter than it would be if you bought Rage, Atalanta's bow, or the Executioner. Tio's here. We're going to go ahead and ult away. We use our Aegis. Tyr is still fighting into us. We're looking pretty weak.
Why was he even there?
Your right tower is under attack.
We're still hanging out because I think we can lifesteal off of this wave and maybe get some poke onto this Hachiman. Our team's trying to surrender. We get the
Just do
stun.
yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving the fountain next time.
His stun lasted a very long time.
I'm just getting
And we're able to
started.
get the pick thanks to a little help from our minion friends. So now we're going to lifesteal off this wave.
We got a big
And I
guy
had
over here.
Ichaival online, so it was the perfect time to try to fight the Hachiman. And I think the Ichaival really paid off right there. We're going to go ahead and hit the Harpy because their minion wave is still under their tower. Next we're going to move up. We are a level 16. We got 3 levels on the enemy Hachiman now, so we are doing a good job farming. 1600 gold. Not quite enough for an item, but we're going to go ahead and back. Just because we don't want to overstep and get rotated on here. So we are going to be going into Rage after Ichaival. We want to start stacking the passive on Rage so we can get a higher critical chance.
On my way.
3 people over in right. Our dasher's just short. somehow we shot a wall instead of shooting the tier, and we're gonna die for it. So we definitely overstepped there. We threw way too much onto that tier. I thought I was gonna get him, but unfortunately did not. So then we just ran past people chasing down the tier, when realistically we should have been focused on the enemies that were closer to us. So while we have Ichaival, I think we're going to win our lane trades, but I do think that the Executioner, the one that removes enemy physical protections, is better in team fights. I think Ichaival is better in the lane matchup. So our solo lane has just the Phoenix left. We're going to maybe want to venture out from our lane and help out elsewhere on the map. We're starting to look pretty big. Plus, once we have Rage online, we're going to want to get kills and assists, so we're going to want to be involved in all the team fights. Should be easy waves to clear. Here's the enemy Hachiman. Let's see if we can get him to fight us. We take some free boat. Looks like he's just going to run under tower. So we're going to make a rotation towards gold. Poseidon pings for gold. I guess I missed it because I'm just back in lane doing nothing. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. I should have been there. We could have gotten gold, but instead I chose to go after a wave. Here is the enemy tier. We're going to dash away. We want to fight into this. We're getting increased power. We also have lifesteal online. Plus we're starting to crit. Tier used all of his abilities, so a bit of a fight going on. Am I really going to back? Looks like it. So we get Rage online. We want to start stacking as soon as possible. Now we're going to make our way back to the fight. I did not necessarily help my team out as much as I could have. I could have helped out on the Gold Fury and I could have not backed there. But it looks like they are making a play for the Gold Fury, so we're going to want to step up and maybe contest. We definitely could have gotten some poke onto that Discordia while she was trying to back. And while our team's here and their team is backed, we're going to go ahead and fight the Gold Fury. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and just clear this pretty easily. Poseidon's able to get the kill. We ult in. We were trying to get the Hachiman, but Poseidon was able to clean it up. And Poseidon's able to get the double. I'd like to think we set him up a little bit on that tier.
On my way.
So, nobody over here. Now's a good time to push the lane. We're going to throw down R2, increase the attack speed of the minions and Poseidon. Discordia is here, so we're going to try to fight into her. Poseidon cleans up the kill. So they have 3 people down. We're going to go ahead and push this right tower. Or invade their purple buff. At this point in the game, we are a level 19. It would probably be more effective to get the enemy tower and give gold to everybody on the team and also open up the map than it would be to invade their purple. So probably should be attacking tower instead of going for camps right now. In the early and mid game, I think it is more effective to go for camps than it is to really try to push structures. Especially if you're about even. If you have a lead, it's kind of okay to push the tower. But if you don't have a lead, you want to try to get a lead. So 2 people over in right, we're going to go ahead and rotate and get these oracles. We're going to rotate back to our lane. It looks like our team is grouped and pushing the left Phoenix, although it looks like they just scattered and are actually backing now. So we would love to fight into this Hachiman, but I think he's going to just run all the way back.
Enemies in middle lane. Enemies incoming left. We need wards.
So while Hachiman is staying over in this lane, we might actually try to get a little bit of poke onto him.
Lion team, but there is one in stupid.
We missed 2 of our shots. So we threw all of our stuff. Is he going to try to challenge us? Nope. So we're going to rotate mid. We pushed him back past his tier 1 tower. Discordia is on her damage. Hachiman makes a small rotation in. Looks like he rotates back out.
On my way. Ultimate is ready.
We do have our ultimate, so Hachiman is great at this one thing where he rotates in and then ults a bunch of people, applying a slow. We're going to go ahead and ult past all of those people and then hope our team can peel for us. It looks like they can, and we are able to get out successfully, so we're going to go ahead and drop this red buff, try to lifesteal off of it.
Is not the master yet.
No, I am the best there will ever be.
Now we're going to go back mid. Hopefully there is something we can do. The Sobek oversteps. We get the stun off onto the Sobek. Get some basics off onto the Sobek. They're going to get this tower. Bakasura, we use our Aegis. And we are able to escape by the hair on our chinny chin chins.
Trying to run it down mid, baby.
So we have a pretty penny. We're going to go ahead and go into Deathbringer. This will really increase our critical damage output.
Okay.
Looks like they are on the Pyromancer. Gold Fury is still down.
Just do yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving.
We
the
may
fountain.
not have a lot of kills right now as Hachiman ourselves, but we are positioned to do some serious damage in these late game team fights. So while they lollygag around, I'm just going to go ahead and clear the Pyromancer. So we just need to group as a team, and we should be able to start pushing some of these structures down.
Attack the Gold Fury!
On my way.
We're going to place a ward in case we decide to go for gold. There is a fat wave stacking up in right, and it looks like they are pretty left heavy, so we should be able to get a free Gold Fury whenever we start attacking it. We're going to clear this wave first. Now we're going to make our way back to the Gold Fury. Now we're going to make our way to our purple buff. At this point we're already level 20, so we do not need the XP, but the gold would be helpful. Make our way back to lane. Go ahead and clear the wave. Hachiman's going to retreat into the jungle, so he's either going for camps or he's rotating. So I'm also going to rotate into the jungle.
Attack Fire Giant!
Sobek is really far pushed up. We could make some plays by going and trying to rotate onto mid or even the Sobek left. We do want to make sure that we're routing carefully, so we're going to route back to the tower. Right here we are in a bad spot, so we're going to go ahead and dash and then ult away. Bakasura is trying to make an attempt on our Phoenix, so we're going to route the back way. We've got all 5 teammates here, so this should be a very favorable fight for us. We get the pick onto Bakasura. Q is going to dash in. Chiron gets the pick onto the tier. That is a Discordia ultimate. That is also a Poseidon ultimate.
You really thought you could contain this amount of God-given talent? Those chicks just got clapped. Hashtag fake ball. Trying to run it
Some
down
good
mid,
damage
baby.
onto the Sobek right here.
Just do yourself a
Chiron's
favor
able
and
to
don't
clean
even
it up.
bother leaving the fountain there. We're
Lots
sitting
of
except for going to
assists
learn.
this
Stay
game.
aside.
Fire Giant!
So between Chiron and myself, we could totally burn Fire Giant,
Fire giant.
especially if we have Odin tanking it.
Attack fire giant.
So it's a full deicide. We can absolutely just take this. We're gonna back out so Odin gets the aggro. And that is a free Fire Giant.
Middle lane. Nice job. Retreat. Retreat. Retreat, please.
I think we could get this. No, not with Tier there. So we're just gonna clear the wave and back.
Bye. Thanks.
We are going to sell our Hunter's Blessing and go ahead and buy Malice.
Excellent.
Now we have close to 100% critical chance. And whenever we land a crit, our cooldowns are going to be reduced and our crits just hit harder. So we've got some lifesteal, some attack speed between our boots and Ichaival, and then just 3 crit items to really increase our damage output.
Let's get this bread, gamers.
We're able to get a pick. Tyr's going to leap out, Sobek, go ahead. Sobek enters his ultimate, he's going to dash back. Hachiman ults in, we are going to just get basics off.
Trying to run it down mid, baby.
We do have our ultimate, we're going to ult and try to get a hit onto the Sobek. We get the kill onto the Sobek, we're going to rotate behind the tower, see if we can't get some backline damage. We get a double by getting the basic off onto Discordia. We use our line attack, can we get the triple? Can we get the triple? We get the soft triple. Nope, it's a hard triple. Very nice, and that should be the game.
We out here.
Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, please subscribe to the channel. The stats will be posted in just a second. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.